My experience of supporting people with dementia includes mainly around one lady called Alison. She is now 50 years old, and she was diagnosed around 5 years ago. We started to see the changes. She was a very independent lady. She has Down syndrome, but she was fully mobile, could go out and about in the community with her friends. She would clean her flat herself, maintain her own personal care with some verbal prompting, and gradually we started to see those things slip. She was presenting some what we would probably say strange behaviour that we couldn't quite understand. It was out of character for her. She started to try and get on the bus with no money, and she was doing things with the pots in the kitchen that her friends were then reporting to us about. Out of frustration more than anything, they couldn't understand why she was doing it, and we were trying to understand it as well. She was, because of her kind of history of a learning disability and Down syndrome, it took so long to kind of understand, is it just a UTI infection, which is kind of the general starting point I've kind of gathered when you're looking into dementia. Have they got a UTI? Because it can cause similar confusion. And then so that was ruled out, and then gradually they were looking at behaviours. So she saw the psychiatrist. Is it behavioural? Is there something going on that we can't quite pinpoint? So actually the learning disability was often used as the reason for the behaviour, rather than no, it could be dementia. By the time we got a diagnosis of dementia, she was late stages of dementia, and we were told that she was end of life care. She is now completely immobile. We do everything for her personal care. She's no longer verbal. She's fed. All her food is pureed down, and she can no longer feed herself. She has some involuntary movements now, and with the diagnosis of dementia also came a diagnosis of epilepsy. And that is really my main kind of experience of dementia, though we do still support a couple of people that are coming to an age and they're showing similar signs or levels of confusion that we've not seen before. So we're going through dementia assessments, and again, such a lengthy process. They're generally seen every 6 months by a community nurse, and if they feel there is enough of a change, they're then referred on to a psychiatrist. So I do support a gentleman who is also now been referred on to the psychiatrist, and the nurse is suggesting a likely diagnosis of dementia, and hopefully we've got that a little bit earlier this time.